How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy. Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at this smart TV from Samsung. This is a Samsung Smart TV M8, and it's designed to be both for work and play. So whenever you need to work, you can connect your laptop to it like I've done so here and start editing away. Although there's a caveat to that, which we'll talk about further down the line. And there's also a little cheeky webcam attached to it as well, which is also quite cool. That allows you to use this for video calls. On things like Google Duo, for example. So it's pretty smart in many ways, and it's also a TV, so you can catch up on all your favorite TV shows whenever you need to kick back and just relax for a little bit. Let's have a look. Inside the box, you get everything you need to get started, including the power cable, which has the L shape. It's got big power brick, as you can see there as well, which can be annoying for cable management, but it's there. And also you get a stand with it already in the box as well. This stand can look and feel quite flimsy, so you can see how wobbly the monitor is there. So that's quite annoying. You do get the opportunity to raise the height if you need to do so. At the same time, you can raise the height. You won't be able to fit your laptop below it as such. So this is as high as it goes, but this is my 16-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Max, and yeah, you can't take it up high. Even if you tilted it, you can't do that, which is a bit of a shame. But if you are screen mirroring, you can just place that next to it if you wish to do so. One thing that's pretty cool is you can tilt it as well. So depending on which angle you prefer, you can tilt it forwards and backwards. You can't swivel it, unfortunately, but I think height adjustment and being able to tilt it is more than enough for what you need. It's got quite slim bezels as well, which is really nice, and if the major bezel really is at the bottom of the actual frame as well. It's available in different colors, which is pretty neat. I quite like this lime green looking color. I think it's pretty nice and minimalist looking. There's not much buttons around this. All the ports are placed on the back with a little joystick style of button to control the input and menu and all that stuff. But if you don't want to use that, if you don't want to keep reaching to the back of the monitor, you do get a remote control. So the remote control allows you to do things like voice control. So you can control Amazon Alexa on here if you have that at home. Sorry for saying that. That probably triggered your Alexa at home. But you do have some quick menu option on here as well. So things like Netflix, Samsung TV Plus, Disney, and Prime Video. So you can quickly press those and adjust accordingly. You've got volume option, menu options, go back home, play button, and powering it on and off. Pretty lightweight as well, because there's no battery in here. You've just got removable battery, that is. You've just got inbuilt battery with a USB-C port for you to be able to charge this back up when the battery is running out. But the battery on this should last you for a long time, so you don't have to keep charging it at all. It's not backlit, as long as I can tell, so it's not going to be very easy to actually operate at night time, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Ports available on the back includes a USB-C port, which you can also use to attach your laptop, for example, and charge it at the same time. And you've also got another USB-C port, and a micro HDMI port. It's a shame it doesn't have a full HDMI port, because I wanted to test this with my game console, which I couldn't. But then I realized actually they do include in the box a full HDMI cable to a micro HDMI cable, so actually I could test my game console on this if I need to do so. But initial thoughts was, I don't like micro HDMI ports, but you do get an adapter sort of cable already in the box to be able to take advantage of that. In terms of the menu options, I quite like what they've done here. So on the left, as soon as you switch it on and you've done all your setup process, by the way, if you do have a Samsung device, the setup process is much quicker using your Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, for example. It's just part of the Samsung ecosystem, so it makes it nice and easy to use and straightforward. Before I forget, the joystick thing on the back does make it a bit awkward to control the menu system. So if you do get some features or menu option, it's hard to go back. There's no option to go back, so you have to get your remote control involved. So it's easy to control using your Samsung Mate TV remote control. So back to the main user interface, the first thing you would get straight away, if I just go back home, is you will get your media interface. So this is your entertainment interface, so you can do things like watch Samsung TV Plus, which is just a free TV, so you can watch different TV channels and so on. And then if you scroll down, you get so much entertainment options available from different sources that's been sort of collated, so you can just select what you want. You got things like Apple TV Plus on here, you got Netflix, you got Amazon Prime, you got YouTube. You can scroll across as well to see what's available. So BBC iPlayer for those guys in the UK, ITV Hub, Disney Plus. You've got so much options in here, including Samsung Health. So you can connect, I believe, your Samsung smartwatch to this as well to be able to communicate and do things like sports and exercise on here. You do get your recent option as well, which I quite like, and what's on straight away. The recent option could be useful for when you just need to get onto the monitor straight away. So if I'm connected to my laptop here, I can quickly just go straight onto it. When you want to get serious though, you do have the workspace option, and in there you can connect to your smartphone to use Samsung DeX. So for example, I tried this with my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which I was able to do things like work on there. I can even play my Android games using my Samsung Galaxy smartphone, which is pretty cool. If you want to connect other things like your PC and stuff, you can connect your Windows PC or Mac using screen mirroring again, which I've been doing. But unfortunately with screen mirroring, things become a bit laggy. So if you're thinking you're going to be using this to connect to your MacBook Pro to edit on Final Cut Pro, for example, forget it. You won't be able to do that using screen mirroring. It's very laggy. Perhaps connected via HDMI cable, you might get a faster connectivity. Then you got Samsung DeX there, which you can use to connect other Samsung products. And then you got web services, which is pretty cool, which means you can log on to Microsoft 365 remotely. So if you work in an environment that uses 365, you'll be able to access all your work apps remotely just using the monitor alone. That alone makes it very smart in my opinion, which is pretty neat. One thing that's pretty cool then is if we come back out, you do get this webcam that's here. The webcam is kind of discreet as well, so you can easily just detach it from the back of the monitor. It actually moves as well, it tilts, so you can adjust the camera to your height, wherever you're doing, and it just attaches to the back of the monitor. One thing that's cool is you do get a cap as well that is used for privacy, so you can just put that on the webcam itself, so when you're not using it, you are safe and sound. You know that you're not being monitored. It also follows you around as well, so if you do select the camera mode, you'll be able to use it and it follows you around, and it's pretty cool. So if you are moving around whilst you're demoing something in a webcam call, for example, that could come pretty handy. Right, what settings options do we have? So if we go into settings here, you can either go to your quick settings at the bottom there, so supports your wireless TV options, intelligent mode, movie mode, picture mode, etc. But instead of me going through all this quick mode here, the best thing to do is if we go into the full settings option, we'll see all the same settings as well, so we can go through what those are. In picture mode, you can select different picture modes. So you got movie, you got standard, dynamic, you even have a filmmaker mode. What you find is in dynamic, it will adjust according to what you're watching on TV. Standard is a little bit warmer. Movie it's slightly in between standard and sort of warm, so it's not too warm, it's not too cold, but it's really nice and pleasing, eye pleasing to the eye. So when you're watching movies, the cinematic experience really shines through. Filmmaker mode, I'm not really sure what that would be. I can't really tell what the differences are, but it's there. If you do get one of these, you can explore whatever that is in movie filmmaker mode. Picture size, this is a 16:9 aspect ratio monitor, and it's 4K as well. So you can change the aspect ratio, for example, but it's on a standard at 16:9. I'll keep it as that because you get more screen real estate. You got eye care for adaptive picture and eye saver. You got expert settings. In expert settings, you can change things like brightness, contrast, sharpness, picture clarity, color tone, white balance. There's so much options there. And if anyone's used a Samsung TV before, you'd be used to that, all that settings, so you can tweak it to your own preference. Sound settings is cool as well. You can use a smart monitor speaker, which is somewhat okay in a small environment, but in a larger room, I think you'd struggle with the sound on here. You might have to get an external Bluetooth speaker or a Wi-Fi speaker. You do get sound mode as standard or amplify it, so it's slightly a bit louder than it would be. So again, depending on your environment, if you have a larger room, perhaps you can put it on amplify. Got Wi-Fi speaker settings for surround sound settings, which you can use to connect to your Samsung soundbar if you have one of those. And you got expert settings. Again, just like your visuals, you'll be able to change things like balance, automatic volume, Dolby Atmos, and so on. If we go back out, we have connection to SmartThings and your network and external devices, including Apple AirPlay settings. So like I said, if you have your smartphone, you can connect to this via Apple AirPlay, which is pretty cool. I like that Samsung's allowed that for Apple products, you know, Samsung, Apple. You do get game mode, so if you connect this to your game console, you'll be able to have game mode on or off, and then change things like your response time. So it's a lot more natural or vivid for your gaming. You got game HDR. This is HDR10 plus compatible, so it's pretty cool for that. Brightness is really good on here. You get above 400 nits of peak brightness. I think color accuracy is decent as well. I've been putting different things on there that looks really good, and that's how I would expect. Things that I've color graded looks exactly how I've color graded them on here, which is really good. And then general and privacy, just general things like intelligent mode settings and system manager, resetting the whole thing and startup screen settings and so on. But that's pretty much of what you get in terms of the settings. You do get your Samsung connected things as well, so SmartThings. So if you do have your SmartThings setting set up already, you'll be able to connect to all those things. So for example, my phone's on there. I've got some of my home stuff on here that I can also have a look at on here. So if I have a Samsung, one of the smart webcam home or CCTV kind of thing, I can view that on here whilst I'm doing some work if I want to do that. One thing you can also do is multi-view. So you can view through two things on the screen at the same time. So you got your recent there, or you can add a new view and make your own. So for example, if we just go to make your own, I can select different things at once. So you can have picture in picture or side by side options there. If we do side by side, we can select what we want. It's still quite limited. So we can have Samsung TV Plus in one and your YouTube on the other side, and I can rename that if I want to do that, or I can just save this. One thing that would have been nice as well is if we had touchscreen option on here, but there's no touchscreen option. And this display is also matte, has a matte finishing, which is quite cool. It just means that there's less reflection on here for watching in any viewing angles. So as you can see there, we've got two things running side by side, and it's pretty smooth. I think there's no lag at all. It just works really well. There's hardly any juddering either in terms of refresh rate. But we can just press home and take us all the way back to the home menu. So we get your entertainment option there again straight away. But picture quality looks really nice on this. I think they've done a great job in general. This could have done better in terms of how flimsy this feels. There's a bit of a lag when you connect screen mirroring with your Apple product in terms of editing videos, for example. So I wouldn't say this is for editing, but this will be perfect for both work and play. If you're just going to use this as an external monitor to do things and do some work on the go, at home rather than on the go. Of course, you can take it on the go. But besides that, I think it does the job. The price point though, that's entirely up to you. Do you think the price is too much? I think it comes in at, for the 32-inch, I think it comes in at around £600 or so. But let me know what you think in terms of that price point and the actual product itself. And that's it for the Samsung M8 32-inch UHD Ultra HD TV, Smart TV. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something that you would get? Would you go for an alternative version? Is the smart feature, are the smart features useful to you at all? Is it something you consider? Let me know in the comments below. I'll leave all relevant links in the description area if you want to do further research of your own. But in the meantime, if this is your first time around here, please do subscribe, smash that bell notification as well, so you get notified every time there's a video up on the channel. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to like and share it as well. I'll see you in the next one.